Welcome back to the channel, to Kids Coding Playground. Today we'll be doing a Hangman game in Scratch. So Hangman is like a game where you try to guess words, try to guess the word, and you try not to let it draw the man. If it draws up the man, then that means you lose. So we'll be doing that in Scratch. So without further ado, let's demonstrate the game. So click the green flag, let's click new. Okay, so in the beginning you get 8 attempts. Okay, let's guess. Usually in Hangman you want to guess the vowels first, so let's guess an A. Okay, looks like there are 2 A's in this thing. So, let's see what else. Maybe a C? Nope, no C. So as you can see, if you get something wrong, it will draw the circle in black. So the gray is just the outline, so it will just draw each of the things on top of the gray, and you'll lose 1 attempt. If you get the right answer, then you don't lose an attempt. So let's go G. Nope. I, maybe? I? Okay, there is an I. So what could this word possibly be? Let's see. A something I. Okay. Let's go for a B. I'm just guessing. Nope. 5 more attempts. L. Okay, there's an L. A. Let's see. T. Nope. N. Animal? Yeah, it's animal. Okay, there you go. See? As you can see, I got the word right, so it says good job, you won. So if you get it before the attempts gets to 0, then you win. So that's pretty much it for the game. And if you want to start a new game, just click new, and the word will be completely randomized to a new word. I'm going to show you guys how it looks like if you lose, so I'm just going to spam 1 letter, I guess. Okay, so if you just don't guess anything right, it'll draw the entire man, so you can see, and then you have 0 attempts, and at the end it'll show you the word that you had, and it'll say sorry you lost. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's start a new project. Before we begin on this tutorial, here's your friendly reminder to subscribe to Kids Coding Playground, because only 6.6% of our viewers in the last 28 days are subscribed to our channel, and 93.4% are not subscribed. So please help us increase our subscribed viewers to at least 10%. That's our goal. Before we start coding in our game, I would like to ask you guys a question. So we were thinking about doing a Christmas themed coding project competition on our Kids Coding Playground official studio in Scratch. So let us know what you think about it in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord and vote there if you would like. If enough people say yes, then we might do it, and we might have a prize for the winner. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. Okay, now let's start coding. Let's rename the project to Hangman. Or let's make it capital H. Hangman, and let's delete the scratch cat. We'll never need it in this one, I guess. We never really need it. And then we have all these sprites we need to get. So we have the process logic. This is basically the you win and lose and all the logic behind the Hangman game. And then we have the new sprites. This is starting a new game. You click that. And then we have the Hangman itself, right there. And then right here we have the backdrop. And then we just drag this one in. So you can just download this, or you can draw it yourself. So what we did in the background was let's duplicate it. I'll show you what we have. So right here we have 2 H's. So as you can see, we have 2 hangmans. The gray one just looks like a little shadow behind the black one. And then right here we have the remaining attempts. We have a box, and then we'll put the variable inside here. And then right here for the sections for each letter, we just drew a rectangle, and then we used the reshape tool and rounded out the edges. So I'm going to show you what we did. So just draw like that, reshape, we want like that, maybe like that, just like pull out the edges a little to make it a little bit round. Yeah, so there you go. It's not the best, but something like that. We just did something like that, and then we just duplicate Control-C, Control-V 5 times for each one, and then we get all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do the backdrop, so we're going to delete that. And you see this is the Hangman thing is a little bit overlapping this, so we're just going to move this up a little bit. You can just here. No, it's a little bit too high. About right here should be fine, right? Okay. Now let's go on to our other sprite, our Hangman. So what we did was just draw a straight line of 10 using this color, straight. So you hold down shift to make a straight line. And then we made another line right here, and then another line down, same thickness. Hold down shift to make a straight one. And then right here we just have a box with the same outline, drew a box like that, like a rectangle. And then right here we have the costumes for each one. So costume 1, and then we have each Hangman costume with a gray outline, and we'll just color over it with the black. And then right here, you don't want to make, so as you can see when you like do this, it's like you draw something like this. You don't want to connect it like that because it'll change the color for the entire thing. Instead, oops, why is it like that? Instead, you want to do this, like that, and then just get the select tool and drag it on like that, or drag it on like that, something like that, so then it doesn't change the color for the entire thing. Yeah, so basically you should draw the gray before you do the black, because you want the black on top, so remember to draw the gray first. Okay, so that's basically the same thing for all these. You just go over in black. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Hangman. And then right here, process logic, we have the button. We got the blue and orange button. We dragged it out a little bit, and then we just wrote good job you won for the blue one, and then sorry you lost for the other one. And then the new sprite is just box, reshape, and then wrote new in the middle. Okay, and we also did some readjusting of the all these sprites off camera, so it looks a little bit better, because as you could see, this thing was overlapping on that. And maybe if you move this all up, this will show up in the bottom, so it will look better. So now this is our full thing. We just moved it up a little bit, so it's not centered now. Okay, let's start coding in the new sprite. So inside the new sprite, we're going to start when this sprite is clicked. Zoom in a little. So when this sprite is clicked, we're going to change the X by 2. So we're just going to make it look like when you click it, there's a little bit of animation. So I change the X by 2. Change the Y by -2. Then we're going to wait until not mouse down so you can spam it. So we're going to wait until not mouse down. Not mouse down. Not mouse down. And then after that, we're going to change the X back by -2 and change the Y by 2 so it goes back to its original position. Let's duplicate that. And then we're just going to change the X by -2 and then the Y by 2. And then we're broadcast a message and name it new game. So it'll start a new game. New game. And then right here, let's save it. I'll show you when you click on it. As you can see, it moves down a little bit like that. Looks like it's being clicked on. So that's what we want. And then we go to the process logic sprite. Okay. So when we receive the new game inside here, when we receive new game, we're going to make some new blocks. So we're going to make a new block. We're going to make 4 new blocks actually. We'll define them all. We're going to name the first one initialize. Initialize like that, and then click OK. We will make another one, process answer, and AW answer like that. Okay. And then process answer, and then we're going to do process correct guess. So this is if you get the correct guess. And then we have another one, process wrong guess. Process wrong guess. And then so we have the 4 custom blocks. And then first let's define initialize. Okay. So inside initialize, we're going to hide in the beginning. We're going to hide this sprite in the beginning. And then we're going to make some new variables. We're going to make a variable called display word. So this is the word that's going to be displayed. And we're going to name it 6 question marks. And it must be 6 because we're doing 6-letter words. And then after that, we're going to set each little slot right here, the variable to assign to a different letter. So we're going to display word to exactly 6 question marks. Like that, 6 question marks. And then we're going to set the remaining attempts, which is another variable. We're going to name it remaining attempts. attempts. Okay. Forgot the N. Oops. Attempts. Okay. I think that's how you spell it. And then we're gonna set the remaining attempts. We're gonna set it to 8, so we have 8 remaining attempts. And then we're gonna set the secret word, which is another variable. Keep forgetting. Secret word, and it's gonna be for this word, for the sprite only. So secret word. Anything we have the first letter in lowercase will be for the sprite only. Okay. We're gonna set the secret word, and then we're gonna make a list. So we're gonna make a list. We're gonna name it word list for the sprite only. As you can see, you can notice that the first letter is lowercase, and then we're going to put words into the word list. So we could just do one green flag clicked and put all the different words like that, but we're not going to do that because people can just look inside, see inside the code, and see all the words, and it won't be fun. So what we're gonna do is just gonna put the words. So I'm just gonna go open up the list, and we're going to fill out some of the words. So okay, so we just got 5 words, so you know how you just click the plus and you type whatever you want right there. We just got 5 sample words. You can add as much as you would want. So we just have 5 right now. And then right here, we just want to set the secret word. And then we're going to do item. Okay, so we're going to get the item of the word list right here. And we're going to have to pick random 1 to 5 because we have 5 words. So it's going to be item pick random 1 to 5 of word list. And then we're going to broadcast another message. We're going to name it update. So it's going to keep on updating what to do next. We'll need this after. Oh, update and wait. Sorry. Forgot about that. Has to be to wait. And then after that, we have to broadcast another message and wait. And we're going to name it reset. Okay. And then inside the new game, we are going to initialize. And we will need to add more code to it. But first we have to define all of these guys. So let me move all these guys down. Move this up. Okay, now let's define process answer. We will finish up this new game thing after we finish these 3. First, I'm going to start on this one. Okay, so let's make some new variables. We're going to name a new variable. This is for the sprite only as well. We're going to name it got letter. Got letter. And then we're also going to do another one. This is also for the sprite only, question mark count. Make that capital. So first one is lowercase for the sprite only, question mark count. And then we're going to make another one called temp. This is a temporary variable. I'm just going to name it temp for the sprite only because it's lowercase. And then another one, index. And then we're just going to put it lowercase for the sprite only and click OK. Okay, so now we have all our variables. Let's get defining on this one. So we're going to set the got letter to 0. And then we're going to set the question mark count to 0. So, and then we're going to set the temporary to nothing for now. Temp to nothing. We're going to set it to blank. And then we're going to set the index to 1. So it's on the first one on the index. Okay, so now let's get a repeat. So we're going to repeat. And then we're going to do the length of the secret word, which is 6 letters. So we can just go repeat length of the secret word. Length of the secret word, like that. So it's going to repeat 6 times. And then we're going to set a new variable. We're going to name it character for the sprite only as well. So character, we're going to set the character right here to the letter position, index of the secret word. So we're going to set the character, we're going to get the letter, and then we're going to get the index, and then the secret word. So what this says, okay, let's put the secret word first. Okay. All right, so we're going to set the character to the letter of the index. So the index is 1 right now. So it will go to the first letter of the secret word. So assuming we had bridge as our word, right? It will get the first letters because the index is equal to 1 right now, and it'll get B. Okay, and then we're going to get an if-else statement inside here. So if the character is equal to the answer of the person, like whatever the person puts in, so if the character is equal to answer of whatever the player puts in, then we're going to set the variable got letter. I thought it was going to be a new one. So we're going to set the got letter to 1. So that means they have got the letter. So assuming the word was bridge, they typed in B, it's equal to the character, so it'll get the letter. Else, if you do not get the letter, we're going to set the variable character to the letter index of the display word. So the display word is a question mark, because up here, remember we set the display word to 6 question marks? Well, it's going to be down here, so it's going to set the index, a letter index, or one of, so the first slot is going to be a question mark if you don't get it. Okay. And then we're going to get right here, we're going to set the temporary variable, and then we're going to join the temporary plus the character. So the character could either be this one or this one. So we're going to join it with the temporary, and the temporary is nothing right now. So let's say you don't get it, then it'll be blank question mark. But if you do get it, then it'll have a letter plus the question mark. So we're going to join these two variables. So it could be either blank question mark or blank a letter, and after that it'll just keep on putting question marks at the end until you get the letters. So remember, we just have to put the temp, we join the temp with the character. And then after that, we're going to get an if-then statement. So if the character is equal to question mark. If character is equal to question mark, character. If the character is equal to question mark, then we're going to change the question mark count by 1. So if whatever the player puts, so what this is used to is to check if there's any question marks in the word. So if there are question marks, the game will continue running. Else, if there are no more question marks left, then the player should win. So right here, we're going to change the question mark count by 1. And then we're going to change the index by 1, so it'll go to the next letter of the word. So the index, we're going to change it by 1. And then we're going to set the display word to temp. Whatever this is, temp is going to be the character joined with that thing. So the blank plus the letter, or blank plus the question mark. So that's what it's going to be. So at the end, it will just be some question marks or some letters. And so it could be just like question mark, A, question mark, question mark, question mark. So at the end, it will change it to that. So we're done defining our process answer. So this is the hardest part of this project. And then next, we have the project correct guess and the project wrong guess. So let's code these two. So for the project correct guess, we're going to broadcast and wait a message called update. Oh wait, we already have update, sorry. Update. And then if then, so we're going to if. So if the question mark count is equal to 0, meaning the player has gotten all the letters correct. So if the question mark count is equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, we're going to switch the costume to win, which is the costume that says you win, good job, you won. And then we're going to show this sprites, and then we're going to stop all. And then if you get a wrong guess, then we're going to broadcast and wait a message called wrong guess. And we're going to change the attempts by -1, so you'll lose an attempt for getting a wrong answer. You got to change the remaining attempts -1. And we're going to get an if then else statement. So if else, if the remaining attempts is equal to 0, so you have no more attempts left. remaining attempts equals to 0, then we're going to set the display word. Set display word to the secret word. So let's say you out of attempts, it'll just show the word to show you what the word is after you lost. So the secret word, and then we're just gonna update. We're gonna broadcast and wait update, so it'll update the new sprite. We'll have to code in there after. And after that, we're gonna switch the costume to lose, which is the sorry you lose costume, and then we're gonna show it and then stop all. Else, we're still gonna have to update it regardless. So we're just gonna put the broadcast and wait update. Okay, since we're done defining this stuff, we can go back into the new game area, and then we can finish coding here. And then we're gonna get forever loop. That's forever, and then we're gonna always ask an answer. So we're gonna ask guess a letter. Oops. Guess a letter, and then we're gonna go to my blocks and process the answer, which is this entire chunk of code used to process whatever the answer the player puts is. We're going to put that, and then we're going to get if statement, if then. So if the got letter is equal to 0, got letter is equal to 0. So for us, 0 is false, 1 is true. I should have told you guys this earlier, but so basically, if the got letter is false, then wait, this is supposed to be if else. Sorry about that. If else. So if it's like that, then we're going to process wrong answer. So it'll go down here to run this code right here. Else, it'll run the correct guess right here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. So in case you have anything you did not get, you can put it down in your code. You can check your code. Okay, so now let's go to our new sprite. I mean, not the new sprite. We have to make a new sprite. Yeah, new sprite. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to paint a new sprite. We're just gonna rename it display. Why is it not typing? Display, and then we don't have to put anything. Just go to the code. Okay, so inside our display sprite, we're going to receive the update message, and then we're gonna make a few new variables. We need 6 for each slot on the hangman thing. So we're gonna need C1 for the sprite only, C2 for the sprite only, C3 for the sprite only, C4 for the sprite only, C5 for the sprite only, and finally C6 for the sprite only. Okay, so now we have all the variables for all the letters. We just have to, let's hide the word list for now. Let me hide that real quick so we can go into our display. And then we can basically just double click and then get the C1, C2, double click, C3, C4, and just put all the variables into the box. C3, let's move this down a little bit. Okay, move this to the side a little bit. C4, C5, and C6. There you go. And then right here, we can just double click that, put that in here. And then next we can do set the C1 to the letter 1 of the display word, which is going to be the question mark. So in the beginning it'll be question mark, but when it'll always update. So let's say you get a question right, then it will set the letter 1 of the display word as C1. So we just always want to set it as whatever you put here. So we're going to get the letter 1 of display word. And we can just duplicate this. Instead C2, we're going to change to C2, and instead we're going to get letter 2. So what you do is just duplicate all this, and we need 6 of them. So I'm just going to do that. C3, C4, C5, C6. And then we have the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in summary, these are the 6 letters of your word. So assuming you get bridge, it could be like B question mark R question mark, like something like that. It could be like that. So that's what we have here. And then, so I think that's all the code we have. Let's hide all these variables. So let's go to these, hide all these variables. Okay. Oh, no, wait, we have to show this one. There we go. Let's save our project and show our game. Click new. We have a new word. So let's guess. S. That's not a word. Oh yeah, and I forgot one last thing. So basically, for this one, you have to make it go to the next costume. So remember we broadcasted the message reset? Well, basically right here, when you reset, you just want to switch the costume back to the first costume. And then when we get the wrong answer, we have to draw the hangman. We're gonna receive wrong guess. We're gonna next costume. There we go. Now it should work. Save. Stop the project. Let's go full screen. Okay. New. Let's guess A. Okay, that is one of them. I think this is animal, I think. Yeah, it is animal. Okay, I think we have to get another one. Okay. Okay, let's just like, yeah, see, as you can see, if you guess the wrong answer, I put K, it's wrong, so we'll do that. So A. So let's say you do, let's say you get all of them wrong, okay? So as you can see, you get them all wrong. Okay, so you get them all wrong, you draws the entire man. It says sorry you lost, it shows the word, which is shaman, and your remaining attempts is 0. So our game is working completely. So this is our Hangman game in Scratch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to join our Discord. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.